G'day folks, and welcome to the Burson Audio Soloist unboxing, their latest headphone amplifier which came out today. So I took a whole lot of images here on my iPad and just showing you what's inside the box and give you a bit of a comparison of how it looks against their previous headphone amplifier. I think the model number was 160. What you can see here is the camera zooming in there. There's a pre-output and 3 inputs there, 3 RCA inputs, which is very nice, but all fairly simple back there. That's the Soloist on the right and the 160 on the left, so you can see they're exactly the same dimensions. And thankfully they got rid of that second headphone plug thing. I never quite worked out what that was all about. So different impedance headphones or something or other, but that had no use for me and probably for most people. You can see the dimensions there is exactly the same in both of these headphone amplifiers, and there's the back view. Obviously the one HA160 only had one input, so certainly in terms of inputs and the preamp part there, it's a step in the right direction. And that's my setup there. So I've got a Burson DAC and a Marantz 7006 player and some Audi's LCD2 headphones. That Burson DAC coupled with this amplifier is a marriage made in heaven. By itself, I think the Soloist is okay, but with that DAC, magic happens. Burson Audio Soloist Headphone Amplifier, or I think it might be just Burson now. On the front of the Soloist panel it just says Burson, not Burson Audio, which is I think I like it. It's more direct, it's nice. So this thing just came in today. What are my thoughts on it? It's exactly the same dimensions as their previous headphone amplifier. I think, what's the model number, HA160D or something or other. Exactly the same dimensions, feels like roughly the same weight. But it's a different beast. What are the differences? Cosmetically, on the front of it, the front panel, it's a different sort of brushed steel. It's kind of got a rougher feel to it, whereas their previous headphone amplifier had a smooth, shiny kind of polish to it. Other than that, what else looks different? The volume knob is obviously in the middle, and it's different to the 160 in that with the 160 I couldn't really hear any difference in volume past the halfway mark, whereas this it just keeps getting louder as you turn the knob, and you definitely notice it. It's got a lot more power than the 160, definitely. It's got more than enough power to blow my head off when I need my head blown off. It's got a low, medium, and high pass filter, which is great depending on the sort of headphones that you've got on. If you have something like this, which sort of, the Audi's LCD2, which kind of take a lot of power to drive, then it's okay to have it on the lower pass filters. Sound quality, the first half hour or hour was shockingly bad. I couldn't believe how bad it was, but the thing you need to note about this headphone amplifier is it does take a bit of breaking. There's dramatic improvements in the first couple of hours of listening. I've had it going for a few hours now, and the improvements are still coming. What else do I say? The headphone jack, where you plug the headphone cord into, it's a tight fit. You have to sort of really push the headphone plug into it. Performance wise, what do we say? It's certainly louder and more powerful than the 160, and in terms of clarity and detail, I think it's got the edge. It's got the noticeable edge. I wouldn't say it's marketably different, but you can certainly notice it. There's just a little bit more distinction between the elements of the music, between the vocals and the instruments and all the other things going on, and it's just a little crisper and a little cleaner. So overall it's a good performer. What sort of music did I try? A variety. Blood by This Mortal Coil, remastered edition, absolutely fantastic CD, made about 15 years ago. Remastered version sounds incredible. The production on that record is groundbreaking. Smashing Pumpkins' new one, Oceana, just to get the guitars and crunching going, and I could only have the volume knob about 3/4 of the way for that CD because it was just getting way too loud. But there was no loss of quality in the sound. It was just getting louder and louder, but still maintaining its clarity. Laura Marling, A Creature That I Don't Know, beautiful detail in that record, and a terrific record. What else did I try? Nora Jones, Little Broken Hearts, also a well-made record, sounding very nice on the Burson Soloist. What else do I say about it? Is it a worthy upgrade if you have a 160? If you've got a bit of cash, then yes, it's absolutely a worthy upgrade. Especially, I guess, with the added functionality of having a preamp there. Plus, it's got 3 inputs, which I think is probably useful for some people too. Yeah, but they're my first impressions on the day that the Burson Soloist is released. Absolutely worth the money. Definitely a step up from the 160, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the months and years of pleasure out of this little beast. So, thank you, Burson. Keep making that great stuff.